There we are. Yeah, I'm president of NWA Go, uh, experimenting with live streaming because next week we have an official live stream that is on May 13th at 2 p.m. Saturday. It's both our monthly meeting and it's National Train Day, and we're going to geek out over trains, and I'm going to give you some potentially controversial ideas about what we need in terms of passenger rail in this country. And so you'll just have to hang on till next week and hear what I have to say. You'll have the ability on to me, and I think to you too, the bottom right to enter into a chat. And uh, I'm not seeing that come up yet, though. Let's try chat overlay. All right, that's not working. We'll work on that. We'll get it. We'll get it to go. But anyway, like I said, I'm experimenting. This is a test. Also, I want to make an appeal for funding. The uh, software for this that I have to use for live streaming is $49 a month. I think it's a little over 250 a year. So we'd save a little money buying it annually as opposed to month. So if you'll go to www.ozarkrailandbustransit.com, scroll down until you see the donation button. It is that's live. You can do either a monthly or an annual donation. We have at least one person doing monthly donations. You can also do annual donations. Several people have done that. Um, we need money, of course, to be able to do the live streams, which may be the easiest way to add content to NWA Go other than 1 minute short videos, which we still want to do. Um, and also, like I've said before, we have an annual cost of about $118 for our domain name, and our website to maintain our website. And I do want to change the name of our website to nwago.com. Also, we want to change the name of the corporation to NWAGO dot or comma Inc. And so that will cost some money with Secretary of State. We also have a chance now to have someone do taxes for us. That costs $150, but we'll be up to date on our taxes, and then when we go back to the Secretary of State to reaffirm that we are a nonprofit, we'll be able to get some documentation from them that allow us to go on places like Facebook and do fundraisers on Facebook. So it works. And right now, we do pay a small amount of tax on our donations. That will erase that too. We'll be totally tax free. So it's some things that have been hanging us up for a while. I finally had some solutions, but it costs some money. So 118, 150, 250, $48 every 6 months for the PO box that I mentioned. Uh, it's it adds up, and so we do need some money. I know, with 700 and some odd, over 750 members on Facebook, and people that have subscribed to the YouTube channel, and people that are subscribed to the website. I know we have plenty of folks, just a few bucks, 5, 10, feeling great, $25 a month, a year. It just takes a few of you to give us the funding we need for what we're doing. Also, it's summer and we have plenty of great weather. So we're going to want to start giving out some information about NWA Go and our goals. As you know, I appeared in front of the Fayetteville City Council's Transportation Committee. I asked for permanent dedicated funding for Ozark Regional Trail, Ozark Regional Transit Authority and Trails. Um, and also to begin work on light rail that runs up and down. The thinking is it would be Highway 71 business, in other words, College Avenue in Fayetteville, but we want it to extend from Fayetteville, go all the way up, perhaps even to Bella Vista, certainly Bentonville. And we can do that. There's a lot of money in this area. We generate most of the revenue in Washington and Benton counties. The entire state of Arkansas dines on. So we have the money to do that. It would be good for our brand. It would cut carbon emissions. I'm talking about light rail. These are street trams that run in the street, cut down on traffic jams. If a city bus, 40 footer, takes up 40 or 20 to 30 cars off the road, uh, a light rail tram running in the street in a special lane will take even more than that. You're talking maybe 50 cars or even more. You can have several hundred people ride those. They're long enough. They're not giant like a passenger train that runs on freight rail type tracks or high speed. But anyway, you get the idea. It would be very convenient, and the city could be, they're not going to build the street trams right away, but what they're going to do is start planning, which allows uh, them to begin zoning for mixed use retail and residence uh, around the planned stops. So it's going to go from, say, Cato Springs Road, uh, get to College, and start going up that way. And then have a stop where you could easily get out and walk across the street and go to downtown Fayetteville, go to Farmers Market, or go to all the different restaurants, or go to the city hall and do business. Then it would go down and maybe have another stop in front of uh, Ozark Natural Foods that would give you access to the old neighborhood on Lafayette Avenue there, and it'd be another avenue to get up to the university. So maybe a stop in front of Dixon, which is in front of the courthouse for obvious reasons, and then a bus could meet you there and take you up down the hill and back up the hill to the university. So you get the idea. And it would go out to, say, the Northwest Arkansas Mall. So this would be a great thing for us. So it would create a lot of jobs. The construction would create a lot of jobs, open up a lot of fantastic opportunities for small business. And our small business folks work very hard to make their businesses work, even if it's, you're looking at maybe a coffee stand. You go up, you order coffee, and the guy's a professional barista. He's take a lot of pride in his work, but it is still a lot of work because they, like us, have taxes and they have fees and they have to buy supplies. And so, at least this way, with light rail and with buses and bike paths, we are bringing customers right to them. And this would help so much. So anyway, just things to think about. I'm coming up on 10 minutes. I'm going to end the stream and then experiment with getting this uploaded. So once again, please give generously. Watch this. Be ready for next week. You can jump in the chat. You'll go to our YouTube channel, NWA Go, and you'll see where there's a countdown. Live stream starts in 10 minutes or whatever. You can go ahead and sign up on the chat, and you can give me your questions about passenger rail, high-speed rail, questions about commuter rail and regional rail. What's the difference? What's the difference between that and intercity rail, and what's light rail? Some people are still telling me they want light rail from here to Little Rock. Well, I don't think you'd want to ride on a street tram from here to Little Rock, but you might like a high-speed rail service that does up to 160 or maybe even 180 miles an hour between here and Little Rock. That would open up a lot of things for you in Little Rock, open up a lot of things here for people that live in Little Rock, Conway, Russellville, even Clarksville, and Fort Smith. So we'd have stops there, maybe Ozark. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of the world is our oyster with this. Once we decide we can afford it, and we have plenty of money in this state to kind of do whatever we want. I mean, really, seriously, we do. And uh, so once we get started with all this, it'll be great, and we will be so happy that we have done this in about 10, 15, 20 years. Uh, it'll be a real blessing. Anyway, like this video if I can get it to post. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tell your friends, invite them to join, and we will see you next week, if not sooner. I might post a couple of 1-minute videos as we get closer to the live stream next week on passenger trains, Saturday, May 13th, 2 p.m. See you then.